Hello, everyone. Welcome to English 102 for spring 2021 semester. My name is Kelly Lloyd. If you are a returning student of mine, if I had you before in 102, welcome back. If you are new, I'm very grateful for the opportunity to have you in class or online class this year. I want to go over just a couple of things really quickly that will be important for you as by way of an introduction to 102. Talk a little bit about just a couple of things. So, last semester, when you were in 101, you worked really hard on establishing your personal voice. I'm sure it was a learning curve in a lot of different ways. A lot of you, it was your first experience really writing at the collegiate level, and I'm sure that there were a lot of struggles that you had as you learned these different forms of writing. But that is personal voice, your personal style, those writing assignments that you were tasked with. You took those and you wrote from your viewpoint on those different types, that comparison, contrast, and those kinds of things. A narrative essay, descriptive essay. So in 102, you're going to take that foundation in a lot of ways, but you're going to be changing gears a little bit, and you're going to start developing your academic voice. Now, your academic voice is the one that you're going to be using the majority of your time throughout your college experience. Your literature survey classes, when you take those in the future, your history survey classes, and any other course that's going to require you to do any kind of written response, analyzing text, and writing in response to that. So it's really critical that you're going to lay the foundation this term, and that's what my job is to help you place those building blocks in the foundation so that you can build off of that throughout your college career. So, just a really quick breakdown of this course. Now, this is a literature course. You will be exposed to literature, but at the heart of it, it's still a writing course. So, we're not as literature reading heavy as we are critical reading and analyses, that kind of thing. So you will be required to do some reading, but again, the writing is still our major component. We're just going to be using critical reading of text to build that. So it's broken down into 3 units: short stories, poetry, and drama. And each unit is going to have 2 major essays. In addition to those 2 major essays per unit, you're going to write 5 shorter analyses called CTEs, and I'm gonna go through all of that and explain all of that in detail. I'm just kind of giving you an overview now. So, 6 major essays and 5 shorter 1 to 3 paragraph analyses called the CTE responses. So essays are 100 points each, and CTEs are 40 points. And each written assignment will be graded using a rubric with written feedback from me. If you've had me before, you know that I'm very thorough with my written feedback, so that you can, in my commentary on things, so that you can get a feel for what you're doing good, what you're doing wrong, and how to adjust and how to fix that. Now, you're going to have activities that you're going to complete daily. Reading, taking notes, checking your understanding by viewing my notes and my screencasts. But those smaller activities are not graded. Those are just activities, and while they're not graded, I promise you, if you don't put in the time to do those activities, all those activities are going to build up all the skills that you're going to need to do your essays. And so I just strongly encourage you to do that. You are allowed to revise one assignment at the end of the term for regrading. So you can, and that can be an essay, it can be a CTE. You can decide if you choose. It's not a mandatory assignment, but you can revise one assignment to be regraded. So, just a quick tip about being successful. You are going to have to make the commitment. Before in 101, especially if you waited to the last minute to write an essay, probably by the end of the term, you could wait later and later to start your essay because it was a personal essay and you could just pull it out of your hat. That is not going to work here. You're not going to be able to wing these assignments. And let me tell you why. You have to have the basis of knowledge from the text that you're going to be reading. You have to have evidence from the text. You have to have analysis from what we are going to discuss, or what I discuss in our screencasts in the lectures. So you got to read. It's mandatory. It's critical. You cannot talk about what you think or what you believe or what you feel. You have to have that knowledge from the text. So that means you've got to read. You got to read critically and without emotions or bias, like a scientist. Okay, so a scientist's job, he takes a specimen, he looks at it under a microscope to identify all those features and facets. You're going to have to do the same thing with your reading. You're going to have to learn to look for patterns and common features, as well as make connections to texts that you've read before you're going to read in class. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to teach you all the steps in that process. Then you have to take those findings and write about them. You have to articulate them well in writing. And I know that sounds a little scary, all that is a process, but I'm going to teach you that process. And I promise, if you make the commitment to this class, you will be successful. So set aside time every single day to sit down, to read the required text and reading, to make notes. Keep you a notebook full of paper so that you can jot down notes and stuff as you read. It will only help you in the end for you to be thorough with this course. A little bit about my contact information. You can contact me on my JSU email address. I'm very responsive. Usually within a couple of hours, you will have a response from me. My email address also to the school I've listed here, the school that I teach at currently. If for some reason you cannot get in touch with me through JSU, which shouldn't be the case, but I want you just to have all of the information. I'm also including my cell phone number that you can see there on the bottom line there, 256-225-5976. Put it into your phone. Use it when you have a quick question. If you're something that I can answer quickly, or that's something emergent that you need to ask while you're writing or working or whatever. I just ask that you please don't abuse that privilege. I do have a child. We have after school responsibilities. So if you text and I don't respond immediately, please be patient. Don't text me after 10 o'clock at night. And unless it's emergent, maybe not on the weekends as well. So just use that. If you need it, you've got it. But use it sparingly, please, out of respect for my space and my time as well. So I am looking forward to a great semester. Again, I promise if you make the commitment, you're going to be successful in this course, and I look forward to a great term.